Dear friends, welcome to my channel Shaheen English Learners. So friends, today we are going to talk about Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. This is a poem written by Robert Frost, and today we will talk about explanation and analysis of that poem. So friends who are new my channel, please like and subscribe my channel, and don't forget to share the video with your friends, and also press the bell icon button so that you may get notification of my new videos. So friends, without wasting time, let's begin. So friends, first of all we will see about the poem. So if we see about the poem, so it was published in his collection of poems called New Hampshire in 1923. So friends, last stanza is like metaphor about life's responsibilities. So friends, when we read or study the poem, so last stanza tells and reminds the speaker goes back for his responsibilities because he is too attractive toward the natural beauty. He doesn't want to go back, so his duties, his responsibilities call him to back for the world. So friend, if we talk about rhyme scheme, his rhyme scheme is A B B C B C C D C. So friends, actually rhyming scheme is actually to creating a musical effect. These schemes are used to create musical effects in order to enhance the beauty of our poem. So about beautiful components, so it is about beautiful components of nature. It has 16 lines friends. Every stanza has 4 lines, so there are total 4 stanzas in this poem. So friends, now we'll see about complete text of the poem, and we will analyze the poem. So let's begin friends. Whose woods these are, I think I know. So friends, one thing I want to clear before start the point, that he speaker Robert Frost is on his horseback in a jungle. He is passing by a jungle, and time is about the dark night of summer. So friends, the time is winter, and everything is cold and snow is falling on the trees, and it is a beautiful scene, but that stops his horse in the jungle and sees the natural beauty. So friends, now I have created the image of this poem into your mind, and now it will be easy for you to understand what is going on actually in the poem. So friends, let's start. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though he will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. So friends, in this poem he is saying that whoever is the owner of this woods or this farmhouse, his house will be near the village. So that's why if I stand here and see at natural components, at the trees, so he will not mind, so he will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. So he will not stop me to see his woods are filled with snows, and all the leaves are covered with snows, and it's a very beautiful scene. So that's why he is saying in this, whoever is the owner of these woods, his house will be near the village, so he will not see me stopping here. He will not mind. uh, I am watching the snow on his trees. So friends, next is, my little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near, between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. So friends, here he is saying my little horse. He is actually projecting his thoughts into his horse. He is speaking in the voice of his horse. So he is saying that my horse will be thinking that why we have stopped here, why my owner is stopped here, why he is not moving ahead. So my little horse must think it queer. It means my horse is thinking it strange to stop without a farmhouse near. He's thinking that farmhouse is not near, our destination is not near, so why my owner has stopped me here? Between the woods and frozen lakes, between we have stopped. Actually, this is speaking. Speaker is speaking from the behalf of actually friend's horse. So between the woods and frozen lake. So here is a frozen lake, a stream freezed that has frozen actually with winter. So the darkest evening. So it is the darkest day, darkest night of the year. The horse is thinking, why? When my owner has stopped me here, when there is no farmhouse near, and it is the darkest evening. So here he is actually creating the imagery. The So friends, in third stanza he gives his harness. He means horse, gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. So friends, horse is confused that why my owner has stopped here. So why my master is stopped in these woods without a logical reasons. So he is shaking his bells that are he is shaking his bells, harness bells that are actually in his horn, that are usually tied around the neck of the horses and animals. So that's why he is shaking his head. He is shaking his head in order to get attention of his master that why they have stopped here. If there is some mistake in the way. So friends, the only other sound that sweep, the other sound that is only going on, that is in the wind, that sound is actually falling of the flakes that are falling from the upwards from the sky to the downwards. So friends, here actually in this stanza, horse is confused that why my master has stopped here, then because there is no logical reason for stopping from the side of horse. But horse doesn't know that his master is enjoying the weather, the natural beauty of jungle, of forest. So friends, the woods are lovely, dark and deep. But I have promises to keep, and this is the very important line. And miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. So friends, here actually speaker is speaking, Robert Frost is speaking here. The woods are lovely, dark and deep. Here the word dark and deep maybe is symbolizing the death, and lovely means the natural beauty, the love for beauty. So woods are lovely. It means one thing is clear that woods are good and woods are lovely. The scene is charming and attractive, friends. Dark and deep. It means the darkness and deepness that is in the woods. In the woods, it is strange. So that's why. But I have promises to keep. Here, the responsibilities is calling him back to his objectives, that life has something other goals that he has to fill in his life. There are other responsibilities that the writer or the speaker has to fulfill in the life. So that's why he cannot stop here for a long time and see this nature beauty, because he is going somewhere for some purpose, for some mission. So that's why he has to keep that promises. Whatever the promises are, the promises must be fulfilled, the responsibilities must be fulfilled. So that's why, friends, here he says that maybe this sentence is also referring to the death, that he doesn't want to die. He doesn't want to die because dark and deep is symbolizing to death. So that's why he is escaping from death. He wants to go back toward life, because there are a lot of responsibilities, that a lot of work that he has to done, that he has to do before the permanent sleep means death. And miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. It means then distance of life. So distance of life is too much, is vast and wide. So that's why he doesn't want to meet death now. So that's why he is saying that a lot of distance of the life are a distance uh, this from these woods toward the mission wherever he is going. Actually there may be a lot of distance between these points, so that's why he has to cover a lot of distance. Now he wants to end up this imaginary scenes. So friends, it was our today's video, and it was about the natural components, and the poet was enjoying the natural beauty by stopping his horse in the woods the darkest night of the year, and there was a lot of beautiful things that he was enjoying. And friends, this was also about the human lives, about the death, and about the promises, about the responsibilities, and a lot of lessons were there. So friends, is more sorry. If we talk about the overview of the poem, so overview of the poem is that all the poem is about the natural components and responsibilities that I have discussed already. So thanks for watching, dear friends.